What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here, coming at you today with Q&A number 21. So guys, going off the habit of the past few weeks, I've been doing some playing games, which have been very amusing, but for some of the questions I've had, I kind of want to be able to focus on it this time. So once again, thanks to DarkRegician84 for your questions, and also before I get into the Q&A, just want to do a quick shout out to new subscriber Fabiano Tarocca, who's also contacted me on social media asking for advice on Endymion, so thank you very much for thinking of me to try and help you with the deck, and I really hope the advice I gave you helped. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. So today I've got 4 questions from my good friend DarkRegician84. First question, how soon do you think it'll be before we get past formats tournaments going? So for the moment, we're just trying to get more tournaments going consistently because we're a bit worried about the store's OTS status, so we just want to try and get that secure before I think about anything else. But tonight's casual, so I can have I might have a quick chat with the guys to see what we can get going, and I will get back to you on that. But currently, right now, we're at the really end of 2022, so probably nothing until at least next year. But I will try and see if I can get something going in January, but we'll just have to wait and see. Question 2. If you didn't have lactose intolerance, what dessert would you have? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say dessert, but there are 2 S's in dessert. But I know what you mean. So if I didn't have lactose intolerance, see, I'm actually not really the biggest dessert fan anyway, but I do like some vanilla ice cream every now and then, so probably I'd just go with that. I mean, yes, there's also a lot of desserts that don't have dairy or lactose in it, like chocolate-based ones, but I'm not a huge chocolate fan. I can't have too much of it because it makes me feel iffy. But yeah, probably just vanilla ice cream, but that's kind of boring, but it's just very nice and chilled. That was a horrible, horrible pun. I'm sorry. Question 3. Not that I'd ever try this, but do you think a mixed deck of Dark Magician and Endymion would work? I could answer this, my friend, but my answer will simply be, if you want to find out, go ahead and have a go. I mean, the idea of it is very tempting. I would probably be willing to give it a go, but for the moment, I'm still working on your idea of combining Odd Eyes, Endymion, and Nirvana High Paladin. I'm slowly making progress with it, since tonight is, as I mentioned before, tonight's a casual, so I'm going to spend tonight trying to figure out the build and see if I can get it viable enough to play in next week's tournament, under the assumption that there is one next week, because based on the schedule, there should be one next week. However, considering what happened last year at Christmas, they cancelled last year's tournament that was the week of Christmas because it was the week of Christmas, and then they just gave us 2 tournaments consecutively in the following weeks, which was fine. But I just want to check that over first this evening, so that's another thing I need to do. But yeah, I would certainly be willing to have a thought about combining Dark Magician with Endymion. But naturally, as I said, I want to finish this first idea first before I try anything else. And question 4. If you were an actor, what sort of movie roles do you think would suit you? I don't really think I could see myself as a movie actor, but maybe as a behind-the-scenes voice actor. I do enjoy doing impersonations and such every now and then. For example, Richie, this is something I've been working on for the idea of the new movie thing that you're doing with the rest of Team Sorcerers. Just give me 2 seconds to get into character. One year ago, a cyborg came out from the future to try to destroy technology, until one brave YouTuber faced him down. Now that cyborg is back for revenge, but the Dark Magician faces his greatest challenge ever, but this time he's not alone. Coming soon to a YouTube near you. Come see DarkRegician84, Webberz05, Gamer Central, Express Gaming, and several others take on the take on the cyborg to try and save Yu-Gi-Oh! In Team Sorcerers versus the World. I think being voiceover could be quite interesting as a thing. And also, if you actually want me to do that for when we do get round to the thing, let me know. And with that, guys, that is all the questions I have on this week's Q&A. Once again, thank you to Dark Magician84. What very amusing questions as always, my friend. And for those who want to do other questions on my Q&A, I do these Q&As every Wednesday afternoon UK time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.